Welcome everybody to day 25. Today we're going to step back just a teeny bit and go with some mobility to start. Get my timer ready. Mobility to start, and then just kind of a simple rotation of body weight exercises to get us through today's set, kind of gear us up for tomorrow. So it's really important and healthy to take some time to back off your intensity just a teeny bit and give yourself a little bit of that recovery. Plus, mobility keeps us coming back, keeps us healthier, more flexible, coming back for longer. So we are going to have, after our flexibility and mobility, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we're going to be going 4 rounds, so 7 exercises for 4 rounds, 30 seconds of our little set, and then 10 seconds of transition. But as I said, we're going to start with our mobility work. So go ahead and join me on the ground on your stomach. And we're going to start with a scorpion stretch. So all the way on your stomach, put your arms out wide in a T. And then I want you to bend your right knee so that your right foot's facing the ceiling. Push the quad up off the ground as high as you can. So flex through the core, flex through the glute and hamstring, then rotate that leg over your body to the left. Get a little stretch through the front of the body and the back and that thigh. Rotate back around, and then we're going to go to the other side. So bend your left knee, push the heel up, and then rotate over. You got it. Coming back. We're going to go back and forth here 5 times each side. Make sure you're grabbing through that hamstring to push the knee up off the ground and then rotate over. Back onto the right, bend, press, rotate over. Check in, notice what's going on as you keep your cycles going. So you're going a little bit further through the moves. Last time each side. Bend that leg, push, and then roll over. Let's hang out just a little longer this time. Make small little adjustments to feel it where you want it. And then back onto the left. Left leg bends, push, and then rotate over. Have that knee kind of pull up and open. Perfect. And then back around. All right. Go ahead and push yourself up. We're going to go through a couple cat-cow. So hands right underneath shoulders, shoulders right over your hands, and then knees right underneath your hips. Inhale, push your chest forward. Slide those shoulder blades down, and then exhale and round. So we want to wake up that core, flex deep through the belly whenever you're exhaling, but then create space, movement, rotation through those discs as you inhale. There's 3. 4. And 5. All right. Next up, getting into those thighs just a bit. Try to find a post or a wall or table or something that can help give support, because we want to try to keep your body pretty upright as much as possible. So if you're on your left knee, you're going to bring your right leg forward. Okay, you're going to pull. Make sure you've got that support and stability to try to keep that chest tall. Pull your right knee up off the ground. Swing it around. So this is where your body's going to want to pitch forward and kick it back. Then bring it up, back, and around. So getting into that hip. There's 1, 2. Try to stay up tall. Get into that glute. You can feel the back. Get some grab. 3. 4. Try to get that knee back up in the back right here. Pick it up, bring it around before you switch, or before you bring it around. Other side. right, now your left knee is forward, right knee is down. Pick the leg up, bring it around, and then kick back. Definitely pitching forward a little bit. Try to stay up. 2. I think it's easy to forget also with mobility that don't worry about where you're getting to, how far you can get into that motion or the range. It's just about starting with what you have, where you're at, how stiff or mobile or immobile, one more, you are right now, and then working from there. So maybe you got one knee up higher on the one side than the other. That's fine. Just kind of take it in stride and go from there, noticing, how you increase in your flexibility and mobility as time rolls on. All right, let your right hip hinge out, and then the left, your back and your hands and knees, stretch into those outer upper glutes, and then get some space through the low back. Core still staying strong, active. You don't have to quite plank flex it, but still keep it in charge. By this point in time, almost halfway through, almost 30 days in, activating your core gently should just be kind of the norm, common. Okay, curl back onto your toes. Just rotate through your wrists a couple times. And then we're coming back for our thoracic twist. All right, again, knees under your hips, shoulders right over the wrist. Take your right hand, set it behind your head. Inhale, twist up, our thoracic rotations. Exhale, drop down. So it's kind of like your cat-cow where you get your flexion extension, but it's going more side to side. And we want to get rotation through the mid-back. But still work with your breath. Inhale, lift. This is 4. Exhale, drop. Inhale, lift. Try to keep those hips level, the low back stable. 5. Other side. Inhale, twist. Exhale, lower. Good. Find that rotation. Mid-back, 2. 3. Still keeping that core active. 4. And 5. All right, last one, a little bit of leg, hip flexor, mobility and flexibility, and then a little bit of a thoracic twist still. So if you're standing at the front of your mat, feet are hip width, take your right leg back, then keep your hips level, and twist over the left leg. So we'll go 5, 4, 3, keep that chest tall, 2, hips squared off, 1. Come up, other leg goes back, drop in, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we are ready for our workout, our time sets. So we're going to start off with high knees, but they don't need to be super high intensity high knees. So I'm just going to focus chest tall, belly strong, working on grabbing through those transverse muscles, toes on the ground, heels up, and just pulling those knees up, kind of like a run in place, but bringing the knees in front for our 30 seconds. Then we have our 10-second break. Then we're going to go push-ups. 30 seconds of push-ups, right? Make sure that the core is strong, the hips drop with the shoulders. After that, we're going to go superhuman. So belly strong, core flexed, squeeze between shoulder blades, grab into your glutes and hamstrings, and we're just going to hold it. And then we're going to do an alternating drinking bird. Single leg deadlift is what that is without your weight. And then, so alternating left and right. And then we're going to do a front plank on the elbows, and then a side plank and a side plank. If a front plank doesn't work for you, I'm going to have you hit up a bird dog. Make sure I have space. So extend your opposite arm and leg, but go back and forth. So you'll alternate side to side focusing on that core, okay? And then whenever you're in we're going to be in our side plank. If a side plank doesn't work for you, I'm going to have you take one arm forward, if you can, and then crunch it back. So you're moving, I don't know if you can see. So you're extended here, you want to hinge those hips out and then move your elbow in, but crunch in that side, okay? We want to get into those obliques. Another option is to come on your knees and do it this way. So you'll have to incorporate some self-flexion to get into those obliques. Okay, let's hit it up. High knees, that little run in place, doesn't need to be crazy, but you can push as hard as you would like. Ready, set, go. Just pulling the knees up in front. Keep your belly strong. Work your arms with it just a little. Keep your pelvis in neutral. You do want to keep that core focused, flexed here. Okay, time. Now we're in our push-ups. As you know, I prefer you to stay on your toes and then don't worry about your range, but you find the range that works for you. Core stays strong. Push through that chest. Think of your push-up as a moving plank. And time. Okay, our super person's next. So find that position, belly on the ground, and then lift. So find your lift through pinching your upper middle back and then flexing your glutes and hamstrings. So feel like you're tucking that tailbone down toward your heels. Keep protection for that low back. So it should be your lats, rhomboids, upper middle back, glutes, hands, and core. Time. Okay, push up. We'll go into those drinking birds. Square off your hips. Back is long and flex. You don't have to touch the ground. Think of the upper body moving in the same sync, at the same time as that leg, right? So you're not hinging at all in that moving leg. As the leg lifts up, that's the timing for your chest to drop. 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we're going to hit up either your bird dog or your forearm plank. I'm going to be skipping the 10-second breaks. If you would like to take them, of course you're welcome to. Tuck the tailbone under, push into the arms, pull the arms back toward toes. Flex and tuck, tuck and flex. Good job, stay in it. Okay, turn to your side. If you want, you can take your little break. Otherwise, it just means you're going to end up with closer to 40 seconds on each side of that side plank. If you'd like, you can try lifting your top leg. In fact, it's kind of good to lift it just for a little bit to see if you're flexing enough in through that top glute, top thigh, inner thigh on the bottom, and that low oblique, right? Because when you lift the leg, you have to have everything in flexion. 7 seconds. Open that chest. Push your hips straight up in front. Switch to the other side. Take your break if you want it. Otherwise, we're here in our side plank. Lift your leg at least a few seconds. If you can, if you're still developing the flexion and control in the obliques, and especially into that serratus muscle behind your armpit, then don't worry about the leg yet. You decide. We want to keep this work in the oblique and in the core, the front of the belly, in the back, not the shoulder. Okay, coming up, there's round one. Next up, two. We're going into our little pitter-patter toes. Keep thinking about the core. Keep the chest tall. Knees coming up in front. Time. Perfect. Push-ups are next. Here we go. Keep that core solid. Try to keep some range. Time. Okay, on your belly. Superwoman, Superman. Here we go, lift. Remember, we want to keep the belly strong. Feel like you're trying to pull the belly button up off the floor. Flex through that upper back, but stay relaxed in the neck. Tuck your tailbone under, back toward your feet. Time. All right, coming up. Get that drinking bird. Core strong, flat back. Soft knee in your supporting leg. Flex the back leg, flex the back foot. Peel that chest open, so squeeze and pinch those shoulder blades together. Find that flexion through the hamstring and glute to push you back. Time. Now we're in our planks. Front plank to start. Push into those elbows. Tuck the tailbone under. I'm going to hit my first side. That was my second side last time. It's just good to switch things up. Make the brain think in different directions as well. Flex into it. Don't just hang out. Stay firm. Draw that belly in tight. Okay, rotate to that first side, which would be the second one from last time. If you'd wanted your break, we're starting now. 30 seconds left. Open that chest. Strong oblique. Don't lose the height of that hip. That's what we're here for. Staying firm through that oblique. Tuck your tailbone. Draw the front of the belly strong. Other side. If you want to take your break, feel free. You got it, you got it. Open that chest. Push those hips up. So envision, try to check in, see if that top shoulder is in line with the top hip. You got it. 10 seconds to go. And then we're going to start set 2, our high knees. 3, 2, and 1. All right, coming up. Belly stays strong. Grab through those legs. Let your heart rate stay pumping just a bit. Still want to feel the work, but not feel over pushed for today. You got it. Time. All right. Now we got our push-ups. Ready, set, and go. Remember, think of your push-up as a moving plank. Whew, time. Those are getting tougher. Okay. Tailbone tucks under. Belly strong. Lift into your super person. Fly over. Whatever it is you want to fly over. Belly strong. Chest is lifted. Chin tucks though, just enough so you have a neutral neck. Flex those glutes. Almost there. Made it. Okay. Now we're in our drinking bird. And go. Level hips, level hips. Think about it. If these are a struggle for you, maybe put something, a chair, a bench, pillow, a weight on the ground, and that's your target. Use your core to facilitate the balance. And time. Okay, planks. Get into that front plank nice and quick. And then we'll roll back to our first side that we started with at the very beginning. Set one. We'll end up with just a little over a collective 6 minutes of planking, which is fantastic. But feel the work. Feel that grab around the rib cage. If you're in your bird dog, don't rush it. Turn to your side, find that flexion, right? I know you've heard me say it, but people skate their way through those bird dogs and dead bugs all the time. You miss out on so much. So keep focused. Get the work. Good job opening that chest, pushing those hips. You have a string pulling those hips up, your obliques pushing them up. 10 seconds. Switch to your other side. Be in control of that rotation across. All right, second side. You've got it. Roll those shoulders back to open the chest, to grab the belly, to push the hips forward, flex both legs. Oblique on that bottom side. That's what's doing the work. But you should find the muscle behind your armpit helping to support as well. And time. Okay. One last round. Starting with those knees running in place. Bring them up. Belly stays firm. Just pitter patter those toes. Perfect. Okay, push-ups. Do what you can. Flex deep into that core. You got it. Keep driving. Time. All right, lay on your belly. Get that tailbone tucked. Lift your chest. Lift your thighs. Keep scanning the body. Neck relaxed. Jaw relaxed. Shoulders roll back. Elbows lift. Pinch between the shoulder blades. Grab the lats. Belly strong. Butt flexed. Tuck your tailbone. Grab your hamstrings. Lift the quads. Flex your feet. Lift it high. Time. Okay. Drinking bird. 3, 2, go. Find the 4 corners of your feet. So I think I spread my fingertips so wide because I'm trying to spread my feet out, kind of like that web style. Helps with foundation. Finding the 4 corners of your foot. Big toe ball mound, pinky toe ball mound, both sides of your heel, and time. All right, last round of planks. Ready, set, get into it. 30 seconds here. I'm going to rotate to that second side first this time again. Shoulder heads are up past the elbow crease. So your chest should feel like it's just between the elbows. Make sure you're not hovering back. Feel like you're hovering more forward than anything. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Take that first side. Lift your leg if you'd like. 30 seconds left. Here we go. Front of the belly draws in. Feel like you're pushing up out of that elbow so that you have to hollow out your armpit, flex into the back. As you burn, as it gets tough, just feel yourself getting stronger. Time. Other side. Doing awesome. Drive those hips. 30 seconds left. Maybe a little leg lift. Maybe not. 20 seconds to go. Then we'll get a stretch, and then we'll call it a day. 10 seconds. Rotate those shoulder heads down. Push through the hips. And time. Nice work. Okay, we're going to stretch from our back. So lie on your back. Put your feet mat width. So they're going to be wider than your hips. Arms are out in your T. Both legs drop to the left. Push your right shoulder head into the ground. Palm into the ground. Lift your left foot and put it on top of the right knee. Scan the body. Create space between ears and shoulders. You can relax that core. Try to actively relax, if that makes sense. Just letting that hip flexor open and chill out. Okay, remove that foot, bring your legs up. Now then we're going to go to the other side. Drop your knees to the right. Palm pushes into the ground on the left. Push that left shoulder into the ground. Quick little check-in for your workout. How did it go? How was the mobility? What was tough? What felt tight? Where do you feel like you're getting looser? Where do we need to take a little bit more time and effort and energy to work on? And then how about our little timed rounds? Did you feel in charge? Did you get shaky? Did you lose it? All right, release. Bring your legs back to center. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Pull from behind that thigh deep into the chest. Flex both feet. Did it feel like a recovery day for you? Or did it feel like work? I mean, I got sweaty, but that core temperature that we built through the Superman, through the push-ups, through the planks, what could you sustain? Were the 10 seconds enough to transition? How are your planks going? All right, switch to the other side. Left ankle crosses over the right knee. Dig that left elbow deep into the chest, or I'm sorry, deep into the knee. And then pull those legs in. Try to keep your hips from rotating. All right, we're going to come up to standing to get our hamstrings. So go ahead and roll it up. Do a little pyramid stretch, left leg forward. Your right leg is going to be back at an angle. Toe is out to the right. Square off your hips, your heels line up. And then you're going to hinge over those legs. So drop the chest down over your thigh while you're pulling the right hip down to the ground. You should feel that hamstring stretch. Pretty good. Keep pulling your right shoulder down toward your left toe. All right, come up, switch to the other side, right leg forward, left leg back at an angle, heel alignment, toe at that angle, pull the right hip back, left hip forward, hinge over those legs. So feel that stretch in that right hamstring. Pull your right hip back, your left shoulder toward your right foot. The longer your split, the more stretch there is. So that's, the more distance you have between your feet. Okay, come up. And lastly, let's get our squat, our low squat. Toes straight ahead for now. Slowly hunker down. And then see if you can get both heels onto the ground. Nice work. And put your hands together if you'd like. Dig your knees into the knees into the elbows, elbows into knees. I'm not sure if I said that right. All right, you guys, we are 29 days finished. We have 31 days yet to go. I'm looking forward to hitting that halfway mark with you tomorrow. But, always keeping it going. Something little at least every day, building that momentum. Make sure you're getting it. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow.